This is a warning. This isn't really a mature content, but it does, like, I guess, talk about it a bit. So please, this is a warning. It does have like 15 plus shit, but yeah, that's basically it. But I hope you guys enjoy. When you were about 2 years old, your family made a huge move from America to Japan. Your father found a suitable hero work there, so there where you stayed. His quirk worked much like a wolf's, giving him heightened senses and a much more mobility. Naturally, you inherited the physical suspects such as a tail and ears, though not much of you. Though much of you remained human, like your mother. Growing up, you quickly bonded with your neighbor's son, Katsuki Bakugou. Your fiery and determined attitude worked really well with him, and he made for an excellent playmate since he could handle the roughness of wrestling around. Sometimes he would clash somewhat violently because of that, but hey, it was fortunate enough that it wasn't a permanent or an urgent issue. You two were inseparable, spending a near unhealthy amount of time with each other. This carried well into your schooling years, despite claiming you had your own interests. You followed him like a lost puppy. Whenever he had to do was whatever you had to do. Over time, it became obvious to everyone but you and him that you'd do anything for him. You were dangerously defensive over him, snapping at people who questioned or pushed him at him while you were around. If he ever brought that up, you'd deny it and put it down. But it made you seriously upset when other people touched him or got to speak with him more than you, heavily sulking and pouting until either him called you out or someone else did. When you had his attention all to yourself, you loved to spar with him more than anything else. It wasn't like it was a special activity, but still it felt like something between you and him. During training, you had to work with other people, sure, but doing it alone with him was different. Currently, you were waiting for him to come back to his room so you could ask him to do just that. He entered, totally opportunistic. You were already inside since you'd made a bit of a habit of coming in any time you wanted. Hey, let's practice. You chirped as you hopped off his bed. Nah, I just finished up doing that with Kirishima for the past hour. Huh? What the fuck, dude? What? Fuck's your problem? I didn't promise you anything today. You pouted as you did often, heavenly with your arms crossed, ears pointed downwards. Yeah, but why would you go run off with him like that? I'm right here. His eyes rolled and matched your stance, with a standard scowl, coming to stand right in front of you. The height difference did nothing to make you back down. I can do what I want. He asked first. Either way, I need to branch out and win against different people who actually prove a challenge. You scoffed and threw your hands at your sides after hauling them into fists, stomping your foot down to accent the display. I do prove a challenge. You don't win every time, you asshole. I bet he was really terrible at it. Not nearly as fun as me. I'm taking that word. Okay. The way his face scrunched up a moment makes you narrow your eyes. Not sure what he's thinking about. When a big grin breaks out, you double down on looking angry with him. You're jealous of him. That makes you nearly explode, snorting out a scoff and shaking your head. Not in your wildest fucking dreams. I'm not jealous. Yes, you are. Stop talking so calmly. I just said I'm not, so I'm not. Shut the fuck up. He only smiles widened, leaning closer to your personal space, gently flicking your nose. You totally are. I can see it all over you. You spat swatted at his hand and growled, tail brisking as you fully defense. I said, shut the fuck up. There's nothing to be jealous about. I just don't think you should be spending your time with such a loser. Easily he grabbed your hands, tilting his head and speaking with such a mocking tone, you had to keep down the urge to bite him. Oh, and just who do you recommend replacing him? If not him, then who? With a harsh yank, you get your hands back, pushing on his chest and getting him more flustered when he doesn't budge. Shut up! Shut up! I said shut up! Why should I? You're the one freaking out. I'm not freaking out! You screamed, freaking out. It's adorable that you get so upset just because I spent an hour with someone else. You're all pink in the face all over it. That's jealousy if I've ever seen it. I'm not upset and I'm not jealous. I just don't like you accusing me of things that I'm not, you fucking idiot. Despite how you look fit to amuse him, he finds himself perfectly comfortable grabbing one of your ears, just delicately massaging it between his fingers. The action almost immediately starts working to calm you down. Feeling so good, you lean into it without realizing it. Though you were still pounding and the raging fire was slimmering down greatly. I can't only spar with you. I do need to improve my technique. He speaks as he continues, now using both hands for both ears. You huff. Well, why can't you do that with me? I can change my fighting style. Do different things. Why is this so important to you? We hang out a fucking ton outside of doing that, so what's the difference? In his voice, you can hear the annoyance, making you wince instantly. Because he's got some stupid hands all over you. So, you should be the only person allowed to touch. Oh, so you should be the only person allowed to touch me? You lightly hypolize by the way he's fiddling with your ears, stomach sinking as you trapped yourself in by saying that. Still, you try to wiggle out of the implication. No, just that, Belle. Why does it even matter? You're not listening to me anyways. God, is it too much to ask that you pay me a little attention from time to time? You grab at his wrist and pull his hands away, tossing them away. You dumbass, you're already here. What do you call this? You even sleep in here most nights. How the fuck can I possibly give you more attention? Do you want to be attached at the fucking hip? Shut up. It's just comfortable in here, that's all. Not a crime to have preferences. So what if I like to touch you a lot? There's nothing wrong with that. So you admit that you're upset about me sparring with Kirishima because you like touching me. Yeah, whatever. So what? You shout as you throw your arms up, sitting back on his bed forcefully enough to bounce a few times. Not a fucking crime, is it? It's contact. I'm a part wolf, you know. It's personal. You don't get enough fucking contact already. Maybe I just want your actual attention, not the passive, well, I work bullshit. I have to do other shit besides enable your needy ass. You should be grateful I allow you to do all the shit you do. I'm not fucking needy. That's right. You're needy and jealous. You couldn't handle any more slander being tossed at you, lunging off the bed and tackling to the floor with a loud growl. He goes down but flips you underneath him. The moment he makes full connection with the ground, holding your wrists together in one hand above your head, squirming around somewhat violently gets you free, pushing him by the chest so he returned to the original position, except now you were straddling him. As you grabbed one of his hands to twist, he shoves you backwards hard enough that you tumble off. That distortion for long enough for him to pin you down, his shins against your back and your face partly smashed into the floor. You couldn't reach him like this, so you get up on your knees before he's able to hold your hips flat down, wiggling like before to see if you can escape. It didn't work. All it does is make him grunt strangely as your tail gently presses against his stomach to submit so he'll get off. You relax, your rears settling against his crotch. Oh no! Oh! At first, you had no idea that what's pressing I might need to give a warning between your ass, rolling up onto it and nearly squeaking when he makes the same sound. You go red as a tomato, saying still, "Giving up? Say it. Say you're giving up." He says with the usual grunt, tugging one of your arms backwards. You yelp in pain, no longer willing to go gently into defeat. I'm not giving up. I'm sorry. I just want your boner out of my ass. Don't distract me, lion. You say you're done. Just to prove a point, you resume rubbing up against him. Definitely winning by a way he lets go of your arm and sits upright to grab at your hips, letting a soft fuck slip past his lips. You already started crawling away when he shoves you forwards, falling onto your face in zero grace. Hey, asshole, don't push me. Serves you right. Oh, for fucking what? You get back on your feet, seeing that he sat down on his bed. I'm not a perv. I didn't have a heart on. You're not the one who had practically inside me. Yes, you did. He glances at you, pointedly gesturing to your outfit. Like it's my fucking fault even if I did. What are you talking about? Knowing full well you were wearing your normal outfit of shorts and a t-shirt, you can't humor that's somehow provocative. Those things have your ass hanging out of them. It's like you want guys to stare. For a moment, you're so mad you can't speak. Don't shift the blame like that. Christ, if you're so confident that you don't, then just lie down. There's nothing there. Then there wasn't to begin with. You put your hands on your hips, waiting expectantly. I don't have to prove shit. Then that means you're admitting you're guilty. He nearly jumps up, getting right to your face to try and make you back down. No, the fuck it does not. Shut your fucking mouth. You don't fold in the least, if anything leaning to close enough that your nose bumps into his. Fuck you, I will not. You just know I'm right, jealous bitch. Shut up, bastard. The staring contest you're having is intense, full of tension that threatens to explode if you so much as blink. Suddenly there's a shift in energy, gaze softening for a split second before he smashes his mouth onto yours. He grabs you by the upper arm and you brace your hands on his chest, no part of you fighting the chance in expressing the share. Ooh, is this like some kinky shit or what? You only part from him once you're out of breath, mouth left part open lazily as you open your eyes, unsure of when you'd close enough. Bakugou is actually blushing, looking at you as if he's having a hard time with something, which did scare you a bit since he was always so sure of himself. You're fucking stupid, but I know you're mine. What? He glances and collects himself for a moment before speaking, through gritted teeth. I'm asking your dumb ass to be my girlfriend. That's not really asking. You didn't even phrase it as a question. Well, what's your fucking answer? Of course it's a yes. I'm not completely brain dead. You smiled and kissed him on the cheek, very pleased to know he was a sucker for you and had been for probably some time. Only situation is that you tell me before you rub yourself all over another person. In return, I'll ignore all the boners you pop around me because I'm just that cute. You giggle while he rolls his eyes and enjoys his embrace. For now, fine. I'll fucking ask you. For two. He grabs your ass roughly and even lifts you up into your tippy toes, smirking at the surprised noise you made and looked on your face as you hold onto him. If you're my girlfriend, you better pay attention.